Good morning, everyone. Today is a special Sunday because it is Father's Day, and on Father's Day we get to say a big thank you and I love you to our daddies. Not just our daddies, also our uncles, our grandfathers, the older men in the church and all the men in our lives who love us and help to look after us. Now, as great as our daddies are, we all have a daddy who is the most super awesome, perfect daddy in the whole world. That's right, I'm talking about God, our heavenly daddy. Now, the Bible is full of stories about how much our daddy God loves us and looks after us. And it's one of these stories I'm going to tell you today. This is actually a story that Jesus told when he was on the earth. Now, I don't think I can tell it quite as well as Jesus did, but I'll give it a shot. So here goes. The story starts with a daddy who had two sons, a big son and a little son. Now, this daddy was a very good daddy. He looked after his children very well. But one day, the little son said to his daddy, "I want to do things all by myself, Daddy. Please give me some money so I can go far, far away." Now, this made the daddy quite sad because he wanted to spend time with his son. But he gave his son his money anyway. "There you go, son. I love you. Be safe." And the son took the money and went on a very long journey to a far, far away country. Now, when he got to this country, he was a little bit naughty and a little bit silly and spent all of his daddy's money on parties. He bought lots of food, lots of drink, had lots of fun, but soon enough, all of the daddy's money ran out. Then all the food ran out. And then not long after that, all of his friends disappeared too. He was all alone with no money, no friends, no family in a country that he didn't know. He was very sad and very hungry. One day he went to find a job. But the only job he could find was looking after some stinky, smelly pigs. Here they are. And he was miserable. He was exhausted, he was cold, he was hungry, he had no food or money. And he got so desperate that one day, when he was giving the pigs their breakfast, he looked at the food and thought, "I'm so hungry, I'm going to eat the pig's food." Yuck! Please don't ever eat pig's food, children. And that's it, he thought. I've had enough. Even when I lived in my daddy's house, I had plenty of food, nice hot baths to stay clean, and lots of friends. I'm going back home to my daddy. So that is exactly what he did. He set off on the long journey all the way back home. Now, on the way home, he started thinking to himself, "Oh no, I've been so naughty. Daddy's going to be so angry. He's not going to let me come home at all. He won't love me anymore." Now, when we're naughty, what do our daddies do? Maybe they tell us off. Maybe we have to go in a time out. Maybe they shout at us. And what do you think the daddy in the story did? Nope, not any of that stuff. You see, the daddy in the story had been missing his son and he'd been waiting for him to come home. And so, as the son was coming home, his daddy saw him from a long way off and ran as fast as he could to meet the son. And he gave him a big cuddle and kissed him all over and gave him a new coat and some jewellery and said, "Hooray, hooray, welcome home, son. I love you. I've missed you. Let's have a big party." And that's exactly what they did. They had a big party to celebrate the son coming home. Now, Jesus told us this story to show us what our heavenly daddy is like. Our heavenly daddy is just like that daddy in the story. He loves us no matter how far away we go from him. No matter how naughty we are, he still loves us. No matter if we think he doesn't love us, he still loves us. He will always be there to listen to us, and he will always be there to give us big cuddles when we come running home to him. So on this Father's Day, let's say a big thank you to our earthly fathers for looking after us and loving us, and say a big thank you to our Daddy God in heaven for always loving us with a never stopping love.